And we are live. Hey there, Internet. What's up? I've got a bunch of shitty stories for you. I'm sure you've got better shit to do with your life, but you come here, so I thank you for it.
We're here to make you depressed about your life. Don't you forget
Awesome. Oh, yeah. You're going to wind up hanging in the bathroom at the end of this. I'm certain of it. Oh, damn it. That's something I should have done.
Put ketchup on your eggs.
Oh,
it. I hate
hold on.
ketchup. Can't do that.
What? Oh, don't put ketchup on your eggs.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Where's the drop?
You're gonna find me.
That's going to be you after watching this absolutely abysmal podcast. All right. So we got a couple stories for you that'll make you wish you were dead. Did we want to get into them, Blake, or did we want to bullshit for a bit?
Well, make sure to like, subscribe, and spread this video if you end up finding it after the show is over. Second of all, thank you for letting us talk to ourselves.
Oh, dude, it's fantastic. Like, I always thought we should broadcast our shitty conversations.
Well, dude, we have some of the greatest conversations, but we can't play the greatest conversations on here because we don't feel like being banned.
They're too spicy for you guys. I'm sorry. All I can do is...
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole.
Good advice. Don't trust China.
I mean, it's true. Everyone hates China except the Chinese. Hell,
Even the Chinese, why do you think they're all leaving?
Well, dude, I think like Nebraska is like the state that's mostly owned by Chinese in the U.S., something like that.
I don't think there is a singular state that isn't owned by the Chinese over here. So,
Really?
I guess we win. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
lucky
we
up.
technically do have a state that's not owned by the Chinese because it's not technically a state. It's the Northern Territory.
We also have I would also say that our capital territory counts as well. But no, that's
okay.
the source of it as well. That's the source of the problem, so it just doesn't really count, does it?
Well, honestly, fuck that place.
Agreed. I reckon if Canberra was nuked in a hypothetical Modern Warfare 2 scenario, it'd be a party for everyone in the country.
Even Melbourne?
Especially Melbourne. It's full of Chonga terrorists. What do you expect?
True.
Chongas and pseudos and all sorts of other assorted Belstric detritus.
So what you're telling me is nationalists and Islamic terrorists unite?
Yes, pretty much. It's a alt-right Islam alliance.
Nifty.
So it's not just that the Islam is right about women; it's right about Zog.
Oh, that sounds like you're being a borderline terrorist. What are you,
dude.
an online troll?
I think I might be.
Shit.
How dare you! You have stolen my dreams!
Sorry. All right. Did we want to get into the stories before we ramble off into obscurity and pointlessness?
No, don't we do that even on these stories? But yes.
Okay. So what do you want to go with first? Some shrink that moonlights as Spencer's co-host?
Yeah, we'll start with that one.
Alrighty. So is it broadcasting? All I see is the little loading symbol.
Yep, we're good.
Awesome.
3 people are watching.
Oh, nice. That's bigger than I was expecting. So, New York City psychology professor is secretly moonlighting as white nationalist co-host of Richard Spencer's podcast. I don't have a fucking clue.
Do you think Richard paid him? Is Richard using his old Anglo money?
I'm almost certain of it. Tricky Dickie's loaded. All right. For years, Joshua Dietz has taught psychology at New York City's public and private universities. Students at Kingsborough Community College describe him as a modern professor, easygoing and informal. He plays guitar in his spare time and maintains a hypnosis practice in downtown Brooklyn. He provides emotional counseling and assertive tracing. Yep, carry on.
So is this basically hippies and alt-right unite?
I thought that we always had a common thing going, you know?
Horseshoe theory. Very correct.
Oh, dude, like the people in the exact middle are always correct, though. Like, the radical centrists always win. So,
Oh, true.
between the Holocaust deniers and the Holocaust truthers, it's like 3 million Jews died. That's the true radical centrist position right there. All right, so he was doing emotional counseling and assertiveness training. He was an adjunct at St. Francis College, just a few blocks away, as recently as fall or autumn if you live in a civilized part of the world. But when he's not teaching undergrads or hypnotizing passive pussies, Dietz is lecturing under another name, Josh Neal, avowed white nationalist and co-host of Dickie Spencer's podcast. Any comments?
That makes him like a super hardcore racist.
Oh, dude, I'm surprised he hasn't been Gitmo'd or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, operating under that very thinly veiled moniker, Dietz hosts the McSpencer Group alongside Spencer. Perhaps the best-known American neo-Nazi and a founding member of the so-called alt-right. For hours at a time,
So-called. We're not even legitimate now. God damn it.
Could you physically remove that information there, Nastasia? I'd appreciate it if you didn't dox me. Operating under the thinly veiled moniker, okay, read that. Perhaps the best-known American neo. For hours at a time, Dietz and a rotating selection of guests help plot the future of the white identity movement, touching on subjects from eugenics to Kurt Cobain. He's a symbol of white displacement to the ongoing negrification of American culture.
He sounds incredibly racist. I'm quite disappointed in this man.
Mm.
How could he talk about such horrible topics?
No, fuck. He's a monster. So, they can't speak eloquently, they can't dress a particular way, they can't show enthusiasm for education or career advancement, or, I don't know, a monogamous, healthy relationship without out-of-wedlock children, quoted Dietz, during an episode with the author Colin Flaherty, recorded earlier this year. Flaherty, incidentally, was the voice behind the explicitly racist video that the NYPD union boss Ed Mullins apologized for sharing this past summer. That might be worth looking into later. Dietz frequently appears on other similar shows and his own show, No Apologies. He has featured guests such as Patrick Little, who believes Jews should be raised as livestock, which is quite the edgy position. I mean, those Khazar milkers got to provide something if we're going to a safe vegan ethno-state.
Oh, we're upgrading it to a vegan ethno-state?
It's going to be a green vegan ethno-state. It's going to be beautiful.
And wildlife everywhere you see. It's like the images of Hitler and the deer. Yeah, that's right. We are upgrading it to Hitler and the deer ethno-state.
Okay, good. Beautiful. Okay, what else where were we before I did that shitty little... and notorious neo-Nazi David Duke, in a conversation with Duke earlier this year, Dietz asked about the issue of right-wing figures maintaining relationships with Jewish people and whether it makes them emotionally blind to criticism. And you can't really trust them, says Duke. The only Jews that I really have any respect for are those Jews that expose Jewish power and expose Jewish racism and expose Jewish efforts to destroy us. I mean, can you really trust a traitor, though? Come on, Duke. Use your brain, mate.
Can you trust a Jew? Yes, I can trust a Jew I'm not paying for in Israel and or involved in my politics.
I think you can only trust a Jew to betray you. That's about all you can trust him for. Following the lengthy monologue, Dietz replies, "That's so well said." Dietz's face is visible on these frequent video live streams, which often rack up tens of thousands of views on YouTube and other streaming services. But until this week, the connection between the pseudonymous podcasting and his public-facing life as a professor and life coach was not widely known.
I mean, this guy is really cocky. This is a really arrogant move on his end. Let's be honest here.
Which one? The Dietz fella?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's with Tricky Dicky, so he's got to flash it around, you know?
Yeah,
Show off that phalanx money.
Well, I mean, he's not an ugly guy, and I know they're going for the optics thing, but it's still kind of a retarded move to show your face when you're involved in anything that you can simply be kicked out of. Unless he has really good tenure. Then he can fight it, and he can sue them, and then Dickie is going to get twice as much money.
I'm sure he is. All right. His face was visible. The changed following that changed following a tweet posted on Monday from an anonymous account, seemingly sent as part of the internecine fight within the alt-right that exploded this past weekend. After the far right, it's probably some stupid bullshit with Milo, as I'll get into.
Oh, okay.
After the quote-unquote far-right personality Milo Yiannopoulos leaked audio meant to humiliate Spencer, and in brackets he goes, "My ancestors fucking enslaved those little pieces of fucking shit." Should probably play that. Give me a sec.
Was it a lie, though?
Probably, but I thought that'd have the audio.
I don't know. Richard Spencer used to own a lot of cotton fields. I think he still does.
Oh, these old Anglo stock, what do you expect? They've always been... Old Anglo stock have always treated the poor as just another resource.
Oh, talking about that old Anglo stock, funny enough, that so I found out like my fourth great grandpa, or is it my third great grandpa?
Might be, could be. It's up to you.
He went to college in the 1860s, so that tells you what kind of stock I came from. I truly am a middle class brat.
Oh, nice. Where were we? From an anonymous account. The tweet was followed by an investigation by It's Going Down, that little terrorist group blog that linked Josh Neal to Joshua Dietz. The article noted that Dietz plays guitar for Jimmy and the band, an experimental six-piece with an openly gay frontman known for their electrifying performances. The band was scheduled to headline Arlene's Grocery that next month, though that listing has since been removed.
How
racist? Tweet? Oh, it's fucking terrible. How can it's 2019, how can such a racist continue to exist?
It's okay, so I don't know what to make of it. It's like, okay, so alt-right people are evil Nazis, but for some reason we're always close to a bunch of multicultural things. Like, think about that. It's like, it's kind of disproving a little bit of the racism, isn't it?
Well,
maybe.
You know what that gay cliche is? That 1984 wasn't an instruction manual, was it? It was supposed to be a warning, but these dickheads are taking that for the instruction manual with the double think and all that rubbish.
Well, okay, so if you really want the gist of it, this guy is a true white supremacist, okay? He works with black people and all sorts of people, but he has to be on top.
He must be, yeah. That's the Anglos for you. He doesn't want to kick him out. He just wants to be on top of them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Southern nationalism all over again.
You know? Hail.
What? Were we at risk of getting kicked off Identity Dixie if I said that?
No, I haven't been on there for a while. They kind of swapped over and they didn't tell me where they swapped over to. So I can still technically throw things on there, but I have not since Wolfman's kind of went down.
Yeah. There were a bunch of fucking slave-owning aristocrats. I don't want a piece of them.
I love it. I've decided America can never be an ethno-state because the only way we're going to maintain some sort of white nationalism is due to having non-white neighbors. I hate to be that guy. Like, okay, so when you talk about a racist area, it's not like out in the boondocks and it's not in the city. It's in the suburbs, man. The suburbs are the most racist areas. So,
dude, it's diversity plus contact is conflict.
Yeah,
well,
I think I brought this up multiple times. And I think I bring it up every show, but it's the 80-20. If there's 20% minorities, no matter even if they're a different white group or whatever, that's when people become ethnically uncohesive or ethnically hate the other ethnic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No one hates the Kyrgyzstani because they don't leave Kyrgyzstan.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So basically, the only way that we'll maintain some sort of semblance or symbiotic, whatever. I don't even feel like being smart. Basically, 80-20 mix is the only way to maintain ethnic cohesion in set people. I hate to be that guy, but that's how it works.
It is. It is. All right. Let's get back to the article. Run this shit through because we've got a shitload of them, and this one's a long one. Dietz also runs a hypnotherapy practice, Transformation, which is a clever little pun. Trans, like the. Anyway, out of a Court Street building overlooking Brooklyn Borough Hall. On his website, thedietzmethod.com, he refers to his services as hypnosis counseling and life coaching. He notes that he received a master's in clinical psychology, but does not specify where he earned his degree. A call to a number listed for Dietz was answered, but the voice hung up after I identified myself as a reporter, which is what everyone should do if anyone ever gets a call from a fucking reporter. Do not answer the phone. Do not talk to them. They are scum. They are the enemy. Yeah, he also did not respond to email requests for comment.
What profit do you have from talking to a reporter when you do a literal show with probably more reach than they have?
Exactly. I hate to shill for TRS. I mean, I love them, but I'm not shilling for them. Mike Enoch is right on this. Do not talk to the fucking journalists. Treat them as if they're an enemy agent.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough shilling for a better network. Former colleagues and students of Dietz said they were horrified to recognize the professor's face in chummy videos with Spencer and other white supremacists. Anthony Alessandrini, a professor in the English department of Kingsborough Community College, recalled interacting with Dietz multiple times in the wake of the 2018 election. Days after Trump's inauguration, Alessandrini shared tips on the faculty lists for fuck's sake, about protecting CUNY's undocumented students. Another thing you should never do. Please stop including me in these emails, Dietz wrote back. For one, it's propaganda. For another, you're clogging my inbox with garbage.
I mean, it's not a lie.
Oh, definitely not. Lie not detected, right? Spokesperson, I've got to be inclusive. It is the current year +5. A spokesperson for Kingsborough Community College confirmed that Dietz no longer teaches at the school, but also refused to provide additional information about why he was let go and how long he spent at the university. Reviews on Rate My Professor indicate that he taught there as far back as 2012.
According to a doesn't look that old. I didn't think he was that old to be teaching for 7 years. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Let's just go back. This handsome young fella here, not this far, this Anglo fucking scumbag. All right, where were we? According to a single Dietz. Yeah. According to a since deleted LinkedIn page, Dietz has also lectured at Brooklyn College, York College, Queensborough Community College, Medgar Evers College, and New York City College of Technology. Inquiries into these schools were not immediately returned. God, who writes for these people? It's inquiries, IES. A spokesperson for St. Francis College, where Dietz was listed as in an employee directory until Friday morning, said that he last taught there in fall 2018 and will not return as an instructor in the future. Further questions about Dietz's time at St. Francis were not answered.
Well, I mean, what profit do these colleges even get by saying he's done? Like, any more than just saying he's done? Well, if you tell him he was like a raging racist or he was really innocent at the school, it just makes the school look worse, even if you say either one of those things, you know? So even these schools don't want to talk to the press. Like,
no one in their right mind should.
No one wants to talk to the press.
The press is garbage. Don't give them the time of day.
Go to our show. We'll be your press.
We will think for you. We will tell you what to think. All hail the vegan ethno-state.
God damn it, Nolo. Shut up.
How dare
okay.
you?
So the big question is, are monsters and beef jerky vegan?
Well, you can probably make tofu jerky if you want.
I don't even know how that would work. You just like soybean mash and then dry it out?
Well, it'll solve itself out when you kill yourself.
Oh, okay.
I'm shocked that it happened. Sorry.
Wait,
Carry on.
no lies. It's an important
Yeah.
question. If it's cannibalism, is it vegan?
I'm pretty sure eating babies is vegan. It is vegan.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Go on.
Eating
Go on.
lamb babies is terrible and evil. All right. I'm shocked that it happened, and I'm shocked that there isn't more of a response. The reaction seems to be more about ass covering than taking responsibility, said Alessandrini, who noted that Kingsborough is a majority non-white school. Students are aware of this, and if they're not hearing about it from their college, what message is being sent to them? One of those students is Jocelyn Alexis, an undergraduate at York College in Queens, who learned of Dietz's online activity through a Facebook post on Thursday night. She says she took an intermediate psychology class on maturity and adolescence within last spring. It's scary and bizarre. York is like 80% black, Alexis wrote in a message to Gothamist. She added, honestly, nothing stands out about him that I can tell you. He seems pretty normal.
Are you telling me that alt-right people can be normal? That sounds awfully bigoted.
It's terrible, right? I thought we were all Hollywood skinheads.
Yeah, well, dude, that's my side hustle, okay? Sometimes I feel like going up to the media and dropping all sorts of slurs.
I just want to go out and start yelling about Jews eating babies, you know? I just can't help myself.
Obviously.
But
Dude,
since it's the month of willpower, I've decided to avoid doing that.
Oh, yeah, just sheer amounts of willpower.
Going strong, boys. I hope you're all going strong too. In conversations on his shows, Dietz occasionally refers to his own path toward white nationalism. He started as a traditional conservative, then became...
didn't they call him a white supremacist a little bit ago?
Yeah, what's the difference, right? I mean, if you support Israel, you might as well be supporting a white country, right?
Okay,
Well,
makes sense.
Okay.
Ben Shapiro is the ultimate white nationalist.
Oh, dude, he's a total Nazi. That little hat on his head is actually hiding a swastika.
Blue Kid. The first big Israeli party was actually based on the fascist party, if that makes you feel any better.
I think you spelled that wrong. It's Likud.
I'm sorry I'm not up to date with my Hebrewic pronunciations.
That's all good. I forgive you. All right.
We'll just read a little bit more of this, and then we'll go to the next one.
It's nearly done, so... Okay, he started as a traditional conservative and then became involved in men rights circles, writing for The Return of Kangs, a pickup artist website, and self-publishing a book billed as The Politically Incorrect Guide to Dating. He was once a fan of Gavin Gaping McAnus, the Proud Boys founder, but over time has come to regard that strand of the alt-light as too moderate. Speaking with Spencer, he frequently describes the path to building power for our little community in the years to come. We need to make being white and having a family and believing in something beautiful again, declared Dietz in an episode from earlier this year.
True.
Speaking of families, how's your single mother army coming along?
I'm in the works of one right now, and I got something to tell you once the show's over. It's going to make your blood boil, but
excited.
What?
Hold on. Let me just get this last sentence out. Where were we? The alt-right is the last stop on the train, and we'll be here with arms wide open. Let's have a look at some of these comments before we go. Okay, yep. Looks like it's all our guys. Oh, wait. Here's some funny ones. This is from a cat lady called Gorilla Barketing. Very funny. There are a lot of Death Eaters out there, many more than anyone wants to admit. This is why polling is useless and why progressive candidates have a far steeper climb than it appears. I don't know about that. I don't know what that sounds like to you, but to me, that sounds like good news. Like they're demoralized too, you know?
Well, when they're finding out their hot spots are having our people in it, well, then that's definitely a bad day for them.
And another one, a pickup artist website. So he's an incel too.
What? What? That doesn't even make sense.
It seems to be that these people think that everyone just wakes up knowing how to get laid. Coming from feminists, these people who can't get fucking laid to save their life.
First off,
unless they
are the
use
ones that
fucking
get laid the most. Feminists
men.
get laid the most. True.
Aren't they all creepy fucking weirdos? I mean, as a creepy
I
fucking
don't
weirdo.
know, you, but I know feminists in general get laid the most.
Feminist women, sure, but feminist men, they bark and supplicate themselves just for a scrap of pussy. It's pathetic. Have some fucking dignity, piece of shit.
You're an Aussie and like Warhammer, and steal Roscoe Jones' voice. You're the man.
Who fucking wrote that shit?
Cult Mechanicus Tyler Durden.
Okay, yeah, I did steal Roscoe's voice. That is true.
Okay, so this is basically Eric Stryker meets Roscoe Jones.
Oh, dude, I'm a complete thieving plagiarist piece of shit. You should just dislike and unsubscribe.
Are you
This is
basically
terrible
telling us that you can tell an alt-right voice?
All right, so let's have a look at this next article. I've got no idea about why this was included in the show prep. Oh, thank you, Non-Podium. I'm gonna do you a fucking solid. All right, a body of Olivia Lone Bear. What's with these fucking prairie monkeys? Olivia Lone Bear found in North Dakota as Native women face crisis of murders and disappearances.
Okay, so the reason I included it was to prove that North Dakota's crime rate is only bumped up because of natives.
And that's pretty true here too, you know? Like if you go out in the middle of nowhere, it's pretty crime free. Unless you go out onto the reservations. And then it's all child rapes and savagery. All right. Did we want to get into this article, or did we want to be a bit more horribly racist to these poor prairie monkeys?
Okay, first off, are they really called prairie monkeys? I always call them prairie coons.
Well, I'd like to just talk about something else for a bit. You know, not trying to get my channel immediately deleted. I'd like to wait a bit, you know.
True. We got to build up a fan base and switch to DLive.
Oh, I'd like to at least get a 200 subs, and then I might show my nose. Still another idea from Non-Podium. Right,
oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, we can read some of the article, but basically Indians have a worse crime rate than black people do, and that's simply due to the fact that we never actually domesticated them, and like their people are not domesticated at all, but their intelligence is higher than even the blacks. So if that makes you feel any better, like it must suck to be like Mexican IQ'd and be the least people fit for this era. You know what I'm saying?
Don't know what you're talking about. Aborigines do not have a Mexican level IQ.
I was talking about Indians, like
prairie monkeys.
Yeah, like.
Sorry, you said least I just assumed you were talking about the Abos because you did say least prepared for civilization.
Okay, so yeah, Abos are pretty unprepared, but like Northern Indians are probably the least compatible because they lived in the Stone Age up until what, 1500s?
Hey, the Stone Age could get pretty complex, you know. Don't sell them short. Like they had some pretty impressive monuments.
Okay, so Stone Age people, why is it that the Indians have like above above retarded IQ, and black people who've been quote unquote civilized for longer than these natives still have a lower IQ. Is it the weather? Do you hold to that theory?
I think
It
it's the
is
weather. It's definitely got nothing to do with genetics. You know, they're just poor all the time. They've been poor for all their time, and that means that we need to give them our country and our women. You know, like just come get the white women. You know.
Right. Okay, so this guy's saying the Indian IQ is only 70. I heard it was like 85, which is right on the cusp of being retarded. Like, I know the average mestizo IQ is 95 or 90. So,
Hey, that's the bare minimum for a functioning society. You know.
yeah, like, I don't understand why like Hispanic culture, like Mexico and like Brazil and all those states are so slow when they have it right at the level to be at a first world country. Like, hell, Mexico has the same IQ as like a Serbian. Like, why do they need us so bad when their IQ is at a level that they can maintain a first world?
All right, you've got to keep in mind that the Spaniards are probably bringing that IQ up disproportionately to the little jungle monkeys that run around. And
Maybe
they're not the smartest Europeans, but they're definitely bringing the numbers up.
Maybe this is my inner colonial coming out, but the best of Europe left to America in the Americas.
Excuse me, our scum, the British Empire's scum, built one of the better countries in the world. So I think it might have something to do with the weather, you know.
Well, it might be the weather. It might be because we had better diets since we could go out and hunt and shit. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot more than just the best came over. Like, don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that more than likely, okay, so we're going to rewind. We'll rewind to the 15th to the 18th century. Okay, so at the earliest stages of colonialism, mostly minor nobles, second sons of higher people. Basically, we had a better start than most of Europe did. So that is probably why we're a little more adjusted when it comes to intelligence. Or I might just be a colonial sig and be like, we're the best. Shut up.
Well, how many people have got their flag on the moon? Only the French do, because it's a white flag.
Oh,
right.
Okay. Next article.
Hold on. This is you right now, just because this is me right now.
I'm gonna kill myself!
All right, let's get into the article. After an agonizing 9-month search, the body of Olivia Lone Beer was found Tuesday in a pickup truck submerged in a lake right by her house on the Fort Berthold Reservation. The mother of 5 went missing in late October in Newtown, North Dakota. Her disappearance has sparked renewed attention to the disproportionately high rates of disappearance, rape, and murder of Native American women across the United States.
I wonder who's doing that. Do you think it's Indians that are doing it, or white people, or even black people?
I'm pretty sure it's all Mormons.
Okay, we'll blame the Mormons. It's all their fault.
Oh, dude, it's the magic underwear. What they need is the prairie monkey blood to bless them.
Okay. It's some weird Masonic ritual, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Where was it? These are already alarming rates, particularly high in areas of oil extraction.
Oh, okay.
It might actually be white people, that, like some of the more deranged oil drillers were.
No, like honestly, so when I was married years and years ago, I thought about moving up there and trying to do that. But then I started talking to North Dakota people and like South Dakota people, and they basically said, don't do it because there's too many bad people. Pretty much that's where like dropouts and drug dealers can make the most money. And it's actually corrupting a lot of people up there. What was it? Remember like Afro Gator, who used to watch our shows all the time?
Sorry, dude. Fill me in.
Afro Gator was like a fourth black lady who used to watch the shows until I kind of rage quit and gave kids over control. And she was talking to me like one time. I'm just like, can you like video chat me to make sure you're actually a real person? Because that's what I do. I hate to be that guy, but there's been people that have gotten like Jewed over by having someone that claimed they were someone. So I always do that. It's like you don't have to leave it on the whole time, but just at least show me that you're a real person. And she was talking about how she used to live in North Dakota, and that's where she's from. And well, she went on for like 35 minutes, 40 minutes about how oil drilling's destroying North Dakota. So take it how you will.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You know, you get a bunch of drunken weirdos and give them a bunch of cash and isolate them from all women. You know, something's bound to happen.
Yeah, so
they get to feel like they're God and all that rubbish. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so where were we? Did we
Let's
want to
talk
continue
about-
with this? Or?
No, I just have one more thing to say about the oil drillers. They can make up to like 150,000 a year. So
Oh yeah,
they're
it's
so it's
extraction's got a
good-
shitload of money coming to it.
Yeah, so they can legitly feel like they're gods, especially like some of them are dropouts and convicts and shit. So that's their best place to run away to. You make good money and you live in the middle of nowhere.
Right, and this is a little inside tip. If you want to make a shitload of money and you're not afraid of the ocean, try and find work on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
pay is insane.
Yeah.
No.
I've
Okay,
thought about that, just going to Seattle and going on a fishing boat.
The work's dangerous as hell, and you need quite a bit of training for it, but especially in Australia. But the money's insane. So,
Okay.
but I'm terrified of the ocean, and that's why I'm not taking up on it.
I
All
would
right,
like to
next
remind
article.
everyone. I would like to remind everyone, like, subscribe, and spread this video. I know like 4 people are watching, but anything to bump us up, because we've literally had guests say there was not enough people watching. So we would like to expand a little bit. It would help us out a lot.
I don't really care if the guests drop out, though. That's more a Blake thing.
Well,
All right.
shut up, No Lives. Let's go to the next article now.
A high-level police commander and his wife are arrested for running a child sex ring. Who's shocked by that one? It's the fucking pigs running the sex rings.
Are you telling me cops shouldn't be trusted?
All cops are bastards. That's
Oh,
well
and you're
known.
not a Hollywood Nazi?
I'm sorry, but it's true. Livingston, Louisiana, a high-level Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office deputy who commanded the SWAT team has been arrested this week for unspeakable crimes against children. Dennis Perkins, 44, and his wife Cynthia Perkins, 34, are accused of multiple counts of child rape and the production of child pornography, among other disturbing images. On Wednesday, the couple was arrested after a month-long criminal probe headed up by the Louisiana Attorney General's office. After the arrest, footage of the alleged child rapist was posted to Twitter, showing him being led into prison in shackles.
Oh, dude, that guy's gonna die the instant he steps in there.
No, he's going to get PC and he's going to live like a fucking king.
Yeah, well, he's a cop and a chomo, dude. I don't even know if some of those PC guys will let it happen.
He'll probably live in solitary.
I think that's the only place they're going to be able to keep him.
Well, I can only hope that some brave soldier of God or whatever kills this piece of shit. All right,
Remember,
these,
guys, read your Bible and kill child molesters and Minecraft.
only in Minecraft. We do not advocate for actual violence on this show. The mistake streams are a peaceful stream. And I think that might be the brand we're going with, you know? Like every one of my previous streams has been called a mistake. So,
Oh, yeah, dude. We're trying to boom this shit up, bro. Shill this shit. Make us YouTube famous.
Oh, speaking of mistakes, I think Shilling's a mistake. Don't do it.
No, shut up, No Lies. We need to make money.
You do. I'm fine.
Yeah, I do. I just totaled out my girlfriend's car. Well, I
Mhm.
didn't. She technically did, but there was no second vehicle.
It's just drunk Mexicans named Bambi, right?
Oh, yeah, obviously. Bambi did it.
For your next car, you should invest in a bull bar or something. We have similar problems with kangaroos out in the bush.
I'm going to get, I'm going to start putting cages on all the vehicles. That way
Just
we
get
hit
a
deer,
Ruba,
it
you'll
just
be fine.
explodes. It just straight up explodes. We're gonna modify each car to be like one of those cars that can roll over, like they have in Australia and shit.
Yeah. So you're just gonna get a stock SUV and you're gonna up armor it, are you?
Yeah, we're gonna basically turn them into dune buggies. Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet. Okay, this is a tweet by Lester Duhay. I think that's how it's spelled or pronounced. Former Livingston Parish Sheriff's Deputy Dennis Perkins has been booked into the Livingston Parish Detention Centre. He and his wife are accused of child rape and the production of child porn, among other disturbing charges. Basically what I just fucking read. According to a source close to the case, the couple was seen in videos and photos committing unspeakable acts with naked children. Horrifying indeed.
What
when police
the
attempted,
fuck, man?
Yeah, it's fucked. If I was a Christian man, I'd probably say a prayer for him. But you're a pagan, you fucking put a thought out for him in the bloat. According to horrifying indeed, when police attempted to arrest Dennis Perkins, he reportedly knew they were coming, so he tossed his cell phone in a river and fled. This move has led to the top cop being charged with obstruction of justice on top of his child rape counts.
Do you think this guy's actually going to get out, or are they going to slap him on the wrist?
I think he's going to get shipped off to Israel and party with Jeffrey Epstein.
It's kind of sad.
It's sad, but it's also funny, right? WAFB9 reports that Denny Perkins was a lieutenant in the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office Special Weapons. After being terminated the week of October 21, he was hired in 2002 by the Walker Police Department. The alleged child rapist commanded an entire SWAT division and was considered a hero by the community.
Hey, No Lives. He's in there. The other dude's in there. Will's in there.
Who? What?
Stahl.
The fella.
Yeah, the fella.
The guest, is he in the chat?
Um,
What's going on?
He said how much time is left on it. Probably about a half hour.
Yeah, probably half an hour. You can come in if you want. I'm getting kind of depressed with this shit, you know. Talking about bastard pigs raping kids. Disgusting. At least I'm going to have a good gym session.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Going for 162 kilos on the diddly. It's going to be fun.
You got to translate that to pounds because America's #1.
Well, NASA used the metric system, so go fuck yourself. After her arrest, his wife Cynthia Perkins resigned from her teaching position at Westside Junior School in Walker. It is currently unknown.
That fucking bitch was a teacher?
Yeah, that's probably where she got the kids. It is currently unknown if the victims in the images were students of Cynthia's. So it's definitely up for speculation. The investigation found so much disturbing evidence against the Perkins that this top cop and his wife are facing more than 120 combined charges. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry says Denny Perkins is charged with 60 counts of production of pornography involving a juvenile under the age of 13, 2 counts of first-degree rape, 3 counts of possession of pornography involving a juvenile under the age of 13, 2 counts of video voyeurism, and 2 counts of obscenity. Murder, arson, and jaywalking right there. Okay, investigators, this is a quote, investigators with the Attorney General's office apprehended him while he was on a fishing trip in Toledo Bend. He was picked up again Wednesday afternoon to be transferred to Livingston Parish. He was booked into Livingston Parish Wednesday evening with a bond of $1,675,000. He was then transferred to Ascension Parish shortly thereafter for his own safety. They should have broke him out of the jail and make him swing. Cynthia Perkins is charged with 60 counts of production of pornography involving a juvenile under the age of 13 and 2 counts of first-degree rape. She's being held on a $500,000 bond. Yeah, did you want to change stories? I'm feeling sick.
There's not many stories that make me feel fucked up, but Will's coming in, so I think we
Okay.
might swap over to the non-news because this is kind of queasy.
Yeah, it only gets worse.
I mean, carry it out until he gets in here, but I am
Okay.
kind of feeling disturbed right now.
Mm. The investigation started after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a tip that the couple was raping children, filming it
What?
and then distributing it to the network.
How do you not just go out and like illegal things? How do you not just do that?
It's going to take a lot of self-control.
Like,
It's just got to, or maybe people are more scared of the justice system or the network controlling these fucking pieces of shit.
well, I mean, he's a pig, so you're gonna get hit twice as hard.
Oh, yeah. Which is why everyone should do anything that they don't want God or anything that should be between them and their God should be done without a cell phone nearby, just in case.
A cell phone and or no accomplices unless you really need one, and that has to be a buddy you've known for at least 10 years. That's what I got told by an old school guy.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, we would disavow any and all vigilante action. The mistake stream is a stream of peace.
Obviously, everyone
Of course.
believes in peace in this podcast.
Of course. We should learn to tolerate our enemies when they rape our kids. It's just the way to go.
Everyone knows to love and respect the police right here, right? Right, guys?
Absolutely. All
Tell
cops
us
are
in the
best
chat-
friends.
Tell us in the chat if you respect police.
Press 1 in the chat if you love police who rape children. If
Come
you're
on,
anyone you know, come on, I know you do, Cult Mechanicus. You just love those piggies. I'm just kidding, mate. Don't worry. If you're anyone you know was molested or raped by this pair of shit turds, please contact the FBI with your story, as if they'll fucking help you. It is highly likely that they have more victims who have remained silent because their attacker was a SWAT commander.
And our first article was about a guy who said mean things online and they're trying to destroy this guy's life. And then we read this and no one. Holy fuck, I'm depressed now.
Yeah, probably should have saved your gym session for after this fucking depression thing.
Yeah.
It is a sad day for all of us, for all law enforcement officers, when you arrest one of your own. Livingston Parish Sheriff Jason Ard said Wednesday, "We at the LPSO work hard every day to retain the trust placed in us by our citizens. I understand this was a veteran law enforcement officer, one who had dedicated a lot of time and effort into this community. But as I have said in the past, no one is above the law. Fuck off. This type of alleged behavior will not be tolerated by me or anyone at the LPSO. I do not condone these alleged acts. I am disappointed. I have always considered Denny a friend and a family member. The AG's office is leading this investigation. We are assisting and offering to cooperate in any way we can. Indeed, it is a sad day when police officers, the ones who claim to protect us, are caught preying on society's most vulnerable. However, there are a lot of sad days in this as this situation plays out like a broken record over and over again. Pedophiles often seek out positions of power and authority over children, so they are in a position to abuse. Priests, teachers, coaches, police officers, counselors, and others are just some of the fields in which scum will attempt to gain employment. Unfortunately, it's not the first time we've reported on police officers using their badge and so-called authority to rape children. As TFTP has reported, a study exposed the startling fact that police officers are arrested about 1,100 times a year, or roughly 3 officers charged a day. Many of these arrests are for unspeakable sex crimes. Police crimes are not uncommon. The study's lead researcher, Philip M. Stinson, concluded. Our data directly contradicts some of the prevailing assumptions and the proposition that only a small number of rotten apples perpetrate the vast majority of police crime. Although nearly 60% of the crimes occurred when the officer was technically off duty, Stinson wrote.
Wait,
A significant
how much is
60%.
off-duty? That's
60% of it. Right, that's way too many on duty. 40% on duty? Jesus.
It's not even like you do whatever you do at home. That's
No,
a massive amount.
that is insane. The West even has a significant problem with pigs abusing their power. And I'll probably be killed for this, but who gives a shit? It's not like I matter. No lives matter after all. Where were we? Within the perpetrator's role as a police officer, including instances where off-duty officers flash a badge, an official weapon, or otherwise use their power, authority, and respect afforded to them as a means to commit crime. According to a report from WAPO, or Washington Post, in cases involving allegations of sexual abuse, 72% of officers were fired and more than 80% resulted in convictions, the study found. There were 422 reported cases of forcible and statutory rape, 352 cases of forcible fondling, and 94 sodomy cases. That's
94
dude-on-dude rape.
timing cases.
Yeah, 94. Jesus. Over the 7 years of the study, which Stinson called larger than expected based on the existing research. The data search turned up 174 examples of male officers arrested in cases of driving while female. What? In which women drivers were harassed or assaulted. About 82% of those cases ended in convictions. And despite the high rate of convictions, the sentences handed out are insultingly low.
Okay, so you know how I always talk about if you want change, you got to destroy the faith in the current?
Yeah, carry on.
Well, we don't even need to destroy faith in the fucking current when they're doing it pretty goddamn well themselves.
Well, as long as they got the guns, we'll just have to live with it and try and keep our noses clean.
Oh yeah, because everyone knows that police will leave you alone if you're following the rules.
Of course, but that's all you can do, you know. Try and avoid speeding, and even though it's really fun, don't drink and drive because it's fucking stupid.
I didn't know Australia had speed limits.
Oh, they're ridiculous.
Wait, what are the speed limits there generally? Are they?
The most I've seen is 110 k's an hour. But
Okay,
in the Northern Territory on the highway, that's unlimited. They have an open speed limit on the Northern Territory highway. So as fast as your car can go.
Okay. That sounds fun.
It is. It's kind of like the Autobahn. I kind of wish they'd do that here.
Do you drive up there a lot? Do you go up there?
I don't think I've ever been.
What the fuck? No lies?
It's a big fucking country. Have you been to Alaska?
No.
Have you never been to Alaska? It's your country.
I've been to fucking Oregon. I've seen the West Coast. I've seen the East Coast.
Why didn't you take a quick jaunt down to Hawaii? It's like just a hop, skip, and a jump, you know?
No lives. Okay, you realize that
Of course
Oregon
I realize. I'm
is quite
fucking
as
with
far
you.
as the Northern Territory from you.
Exactly. And I've got no business there.
Well, go up there. Just see the saltwater crocs.
I've been to fucking Cairns. I've seen crocodiles. They're not that scary. All you need is a rubber band. You'll be fine.
Well, go to Perth. Go create a nationalist party with all the South Africans.
I'll get that Lord Mayor on side who's a massive Zionist.
Okay, yeah. Don't forget, I have family in Perth. I need to go see them. We're gonna go see the ghetto where there's a road named after me.
All right. Do we want to go on to this one? This one might be kind of funny. A nice bit of short break from pedophilia.
Yeah. All right. Well, we did kind of announce, hey, you guys are going to feel massively depressed after this one. So they were prepared. Our 3 listeners.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just check what dodgy McFlake fuck said. Okay, never mind. Antifa activist charged with felony hate crime for anti-Semitic attacks.
This is what I was talking about last week. I was trying to find that article.
Okay, so it's a week old. Yep.
Mhm.
By Andy Ngo, the gay Asian guy who gets his shit, who had milkshake poured on him.
And it was probably mixed with something.
Well, that's the allegation, but those allegations don't seem to have come true.
I don't believe it, but anything to make the left wing sound worse, right?
I mean, a gay would never lie about being attacked, would he?
Well, look at Milo. Milo would never lie, would he?
Oh, no. He would also never advocate for homosexuals raping kids, would he?
No.
He's a good boy.
By a priest. Not like he was 13, 14 years old, seduced by a priest.
Another fucking group that needs to be purged. An Antifa activist with a history of violence and threatening behavior across the Pacific Northwest has been arrested on a felony hate crime charge in Seattle for alleged anti-Semitic attacks. Jamal Oscar Williams.
People are never racist or bigoted. This is all a lie. It's a setup.
Well, his name is Jamal, so I'm pretty sure it's not racism.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's a setup, though.
Jamal Oscar Williams, 44, is accused by state prosecutors in Washington state of hate crimes and criminal charges against Shmuel Levitin, a rabbi, and Ephraim Block. According to court documents, Williams maliciously and intentionally followed, threatened to kill, and assaulted the men in multiple attacks in October because of their perceived faith. No, it's because they swing chickens in the fucking street and rape kids. Wait, what? Levitin and Block were operating a permitted religious booth in the Sukkot Jewish holiday in downtown Seattle, October 11, when Williams allegedly approached them and shouted, "Jews, Jews, Jews, give me your money." Yeah, if he knew what he was asking for, he should have said, "Give me the Jew gold around your neck." He then said he had a gun and he was going to kill them both. Both Levitin and Block have beards and peyotes or sideburns. Those gay little curls they have, you know. And we're wearing yarmulkes. Or yarmulkes if you want to be a faggot. Whoops. Levitin is a rabbi at the Chabad of downtown Seattle. 3 days later, Williams returned and made similar threats and demands for money on October 15th, the next day.
Okay, no, the big question is, okay, I'm not saying this guy is very bright, but
his name's Jamal. Of course he's not bright.
Did he actually get money the first time? Did it actually say if he got money or not?
It didn't mention it. It just said he tried the armed robbery.
Okay, so if you didn't get money the first time and you basically like threatened them, and so basically, A, this guy's a pussy and didn't actually strong arm him. B, this guy is not very intimidating. Or C, he wasn't going to get anything to begin with. So why go back?
Because he's a stupid Jamal.
Like, that's fucked up, dude. It's like you didn't get money the first time. They didn't call the police on you. Don't go for a second time.
I think I know why.
Fucking jigaboos, apes, porch monkeys.
All right. Okay, Williams allegedly followed the men into the lobby of their apartment building. After making more demands for money, he allegedly held candy from the concierge's desk at the men. Police later found and arrested Williams in a nearby area. He was unarmed at the time. Jamal Williams is known in the Pacific Northwest for his involvement in various Antifa protests and his outspoken views on black nationalism. In August 2018, he was arrested in Seattle during a counter-protest against right-wing group Patriot Prayer. Last November, he threatened this journalist with death outside Seattle City Hall at a counter-demonstration against a conservative group. Let's just see the piece of shit he threatened. Hold on. Where is it? There's got to be a picture here somewhere. Oh, fuck it. We'll just pretend that we saw it. We all saw it, didn't we, audience? Press 1 if you saw it. More recently, Williams was in Portland, Oregon on August 17, where he was recorded accosting people aggressively during an Antifa protest turned riot against the Proud Boys.
Okay, so basically, this guy has committed a litany of crimes, and most people would already be in prison for. So,
Well, he's an agent of the state, so he's just getting his fucking. He's just doing what he's told and getting a slap on the wrist, if that.
yeah, okay, so the big pickle is, in all honesty, like, it said his outspoken views on black nationalism or African nationalism or whatever. Why would you join an essentially all-white group when you're a black nationalist?
Excuse me, did you just call Antifa all white?
Okay, so half white. Okay, so there's mostly white people made of it.
Ostensibly white.
Yeah, like whether there's Jews or not, most black nationalists are like those are white people. So is he basically? Will said it, or Hydra said he's in.
Yeah, I see him. He's not connected with anything though. I don't know
What
what
do you
his
mean?
device is. It says the devices aren't connected, so I don't know what the hell.
It won't let me. Okay, we'll figure that out.
Okay, is he James Mason? Is the
Yeah, I
link got out?
assume.
All right, unmute your mic. I'll add you to the stream, and we can finish this crap. All right, James Mason, tell us about Siege. No, he's gone. Fuck him. More recently, Williams was in Portland, Oregon on August 17. Okay, read that. Where is it? He threatened me multiple times, Julio Rojas said. Or Rosas. It spoke volumes when Portland police pulled me away and said I was provoking Williams and others, when it was Williams who was acting in a very aggressive manner. This is just a little tip for the boomers who might not watch this. When you ask where are the police, they're the ones protecting these scum from getting the ass kicking they deserve. All right. Williams was later arrested by Portland police for disorderly conduct. He did not show up to his court hearing in September, and there is a bench warrant for his arrest. Andy Go Shove a Dildo Up My Ass says in a tweet, as the mob continued to follow the small group to their cars, a masked Antifa person ran up and stole the man's flag. They mock the group before police finally step in again. They offer to escort the group, which angers the mob. Not going to watch that because gayness. In addition to Williams' radical political activism with Antifa, he has a long history of criminal and harassing behavior. In Washington state, he was convicted in 2015 for felony harassment and domestic violence. Big shocker, a black guy for domestic violence. Color me surprised. He has multiple other convictions for assault and domestic violence going back years. He also has a long violent criminal record in Alaska where he used to live. Wow, I'm surprised he could handle the cold.
Well, actually, Alaska has some of the highest crime rates.
Yeah, there's nothing to fucking do up there.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were coming through a bit fuzzy. What did you say?
Oh, Alaska has some of the highest crime rates.
Yeah, there's nothing to fucking do up there. Can't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
Williams is currently incarcerated on a $100,000 bond in King County, Washington, for the hate crime charge. And that's the article.
Well,
did you want to yell at our boomer guest for not showing up?
No, he's once we get this figured out, he'll come on. Can we do it through wire? He keeps on pushing for a wire. Is there a way to transfer it over if we use wire? Or is that only if we like totally record it?
We'll have to record it or whatever. I don't even know what wire is. Does it have a desktop variant?
I don't know. I used to talk to Misery on it.
Oh. Wonder where she went.
I don't know. I should probably message her on wire. I haven't talked to her for a while.
Oh, she was a good bird.
Yeah,
she was all right for someone from Victoria, you know?
I was going to go down there.
Yeah? You weren't going to try and give her a route, were you?
Probably once or twice, maybe.
All right. Do we want to go into this about how this dude, this black guy's thought patrolling his daughter?
The TI one?
Yep.
Depends on if you want to keep it going.
As far as I'm concerned, this one's self-explanatory. It's just going to be a
Okay.
bunch of fap, and how dare they? Okay. This one.
This is the most diverse white nationalist podcast you've ever heard.
I didn't know we were white nationalists. I thought we were just.
Well, actually,
friendly
we're
people.
anti-racist. We're making a mockery of white nationalists.
That's right. By advocating for their points and talking the way they would. It's a complete parody.
Yeah,
Thought you should all know.
we're parodying the alt-right, guys.
We are pose-lawing the alt-right. Can you tell? Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little hoarse because I don't talk this much. Whistleblower attorney bragged about getting security clearances for guys with child porn issues. Wow. Again, it's just fucked. As we learn more about the apparatus behind the effort to impeach President Trump, President Blanc, the Orange Cheeto Man, questions about the Democratic operative attorney representing the CIA whistleblower at the heart of the inquiry have emerged. On Thursday, it emerged that the attorney Mark Zaid, linked to Clinton, and John Podesta. Sorry, I've got the touch of the Lisdexia. He tweeted, "We will get rid of him," in reference to President Blanc. Followed weeks later with a tweet, #coup has started, in support of fired acting Attorney General Sally Yates, who refused to enforce an executive order banning the admission of refugees from certain countries. In response to his anti-Trump tweets, Zaid said on Friday, "I was referring to a completely lawful process of what President Blanc would likely face as a result of stepping over the line. And that particularly whatever would happen would come about as a result of lawyers. So scum hiring scum."
Perfect.
The coup comment referred to those working inside the administration who are already just a week into office standing up to him to enforce recognized rules of war. And that's a quote of Mark Zaid. Zaid is the founder and director of James Madison Project, which still lists Clinton campaign manager John Podesta as a member of its board in a hidden area of the website. And stranger things, what Zaid hasn't addressed is why his alleged YouTube channel liked videos about Disney girls, why he enjoys going to children's theme parks alone, based on his social media history.
Fat.
And he's probably hiding in the bathroom with a camera phone full of pictures he stole. Piece of shit.
I think I've had enough of this show. This is too depressing, man.
Yeah, I hope everyone's in the mood to.
I'm gonna kill myself!
We told everyone, come here for the black pills.
Come here for the black pills and stay for the shitty comedy.
Okay, I've definitely had enough. We don't need to do the T.I. thing. T.I. basically has his daughter checked to see if she still has her hymen. Okay, that's it. That's the gist of the article. That's our last article.
That's the entire story. That's it. Nothing exciting.
Yeah. Okay, daddy is being too controlling and his son is sexually active. Big whoop. He's 15 years old. At least he's not addicted to porn. We're done. Make sure to check out the Monday Night Shit post for those who are listening, and give us shekels. Kiz will post it up, and you'll be counted as one of the donators, so I can get an actual laptop or computer or whatever. And
I thought you were going to pay for the repairs for the truck. You know, from
dude, I have
Hosey Bambay.
I have so many fucking bills right now, and I got so much stuff I got to do. Just give me money so I can be a good little boy and be responsible.
Yeah, do that. Or you can tell him to get a job.
I already got a fucking job. It just don't pay enough, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's the fucking risk, ain't it?
I want to be an e-celeb so I don't have to work.
Oh, well, it's a bit late for me. I'm already an e-celeb somehow. Massive audience of like 3 people. I mean,
hey, don't worry. Got up to 6 for a little bit there.
Oh, beautiful. We're on the way to blood sports levels.
Oh yeah, obviously 6. Only 10,000 more to go.
Don't talk to cops.
All right, and with that good piece of advice, I'd like to leave you guys well, I guess. Blake, anything you want to say?
This guy, history repeats itself. It seems with e-begging.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Can you tell me what that means? Is there a joke I'm not getting?
Probably.
Okay, what's that joke? Just
I don't fucking know. I haven't seen the Spurg chat yet. It takes a while on my end.
okay. Well, we're done. Shutting down.
Yep. All
I
right.
feel like killing
We will be
myself.
watching you.
Yeah, all right. Later, fags.